Hey guys, welcome back. This is Captain Jack Carlson, Captain Travis Benson. Thanks again for joining us here in this week's Conchs Podcast, episode 3. We got some good stuff for you here, some good catch reports going on, a lot more wahoo showing up, and we'll be targeting some more over in the Bahamas next week, weather permitting. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, thanks again for showing the support. We gave away some kites last week. Hopefully you guys already received those. And I tell you what, when you guys do use the kites, feel free to DM us and tell us what you caught. Send some pictures. If you got questions, that's what it's there for. We're always here for you. So, but anyhow, Travis, now what'd you catch this past week?
Everything's it's been fishing pretty good out there. The fish been biting. We've been inshore and offshore. Mainly the tuna and wahoo was starting to heat up. The tuna's been pretty good recently. So that's been fun. We've been out there trolling these rapala lures out there. These guys right here. So the black and purple's good, or pink. And the fish that I caught this week were in that 200, 220 range, 230 range. Some were even slightly shallower and 130 to 150. So just mainly, cruising over those wrecks and keeping those two rapalas out there. So that's been pretty fun. And you can, the hooks are great on there, but you can also, upgrade them too if you'd like. With the BKK, the Viper 41s, those are sweet. The 3/0s, and it's been a lot of fun out there offshore for the tuna. And then inshore's been pretty good too. We've been, working the flats with the shrimp. For the bonefish has been pretty good. They're starting to show up with the water cooling down, so that's been a lot of fun. And just kind of go light with those guys. We'll use like 20-pound braid, just tie 15-pound fluorocarbon, something like that would work, with a half or quarter ounce jig, and just tip it with shrimp, and that's been pretty fun inshore.
Nice. Well, yeah, that's the thing, as Captain Travis showed you, replacing those hooks, so it's a good time. It's always best, to check your tackle box, and let's check those hooks on there, because a lot of times you use them, you put them up, they get rusted. A lot of people just decide to throw the rig away, but they do have that split ring on there, so then you can swap out the hooks. And sometimes BKK has the inline straight hook, as opposed to the treble hook. So if you want to use that, that's very effective as well. That way you're not dealing with treble hooks and stuff like that can end up in somebody's arm or leg or anything like that. So you just need the split ring pliers. It's an easy fix. Any of your tackle shops will have those or anything like that. But as Captain Travis touched on, we're going to be giving away these two rapalas right here. This is what we use in our spread a lot. And we'd like to talk about wahoo some here. So in the summertime, we get a lot of wahoo on these same plugs, but what we're going to do, we're going to find them underneath floating debris. So while you're out there catching your dolphin and all that stuff, take the time, always have a couple of these rigged up, and then just, drag them past the debris. And guess what? You're going to get hooked up on a wahoo. And a lot of times we catch those dolphin first, and then we end it with trolling for the wahoo. And they'll just stay down there. So, that's what you want to do in the summer. And that you'll find those anywhere from, 200 feet of water, the debris, all the way out to 3,000 feet. Do it anywhere. In the wintertime, it's going to be more enclosed, usually from inside 300 feet all the way into the reef edge in that 100-foot range. But, as Travis said, he was just out there in 200 feet, and then you can just blind troll these. These are going to be diving down, 30 feet. They also have the 40-foot divers here, so those are awesome too. And then if you want to throw something on the flat line, like these billy baits work very well. It's got the weighted heads, and Captain Ryan this past weekend actually caught some wahoo off Key West. He runs one of our boats out of Key West, and he was just using ballyhoo with the billy bait, throwing it back, and he caught blackfin tuna and wahoo on it. So that's another thing that you can do, is just put that in the shotgun. It'll skip right in the back there, and then these will be diving down deep. So you're kind of covering that zone from 20, 40 feet below you to a shotgun, or if you want to use the riggers, you can do some black and reds on there. It's always great for the tunas there too. But down the middle, with the ballyhoo behind the like these lures right here, the billy baits, works very well. And just a little fact, I knew Billy. he was from Marathon here. So when I was a kid, he was making these right at his house and here. So it was kind of cool growing up. And when I say kid, I was like 18, 19 years old. And he was coming around peddling these in the tackle shops and stuff like that. And so, and when we opened up our shop, back in the day, he was, this area was very, tried, true, and tested right here in the Florida Keys. He's Billy Bates. He was a really good guy before he passed away. But anyhow, it was, so it brings back memories anytime I see these lures, and I use them, and they work very well, so, but anyhow, yeah, so these work great. Wahoo, we are supposed to travel over to San Salvador, Bahamas next week. So the weather's not looking too favorable, but, we'll take it day by day and see how it goes, so we're supposed to be over there, leave here on the 14th, and then, give it a couple days to get over there. We may have to wait, a couple days before we travel, because, last thing we want to do is get hurt in the crossing and stuff like that. So it's something that me and, my kids, JC and Tucker, and then a good friend of ours, John, is going to do. We have another captain coming with us, Captain Tyler, and he's awesome. He's been over there a long time, and so he's going to show us the ropes as well. So we fished the Bahamas quite a bit way back when. We used to have a 48-foot egg harbor, and we'd bring it over there and fish it quite a bit. But this is going to be a new area for us, and this is like where the big wahoo are. So they typically are over 100 pounds over there. So that's really what we're going to target. We'll be doing some high-speed trolling. We'll be doing some slow-speed trolling, some different techniques that Captain Tyler knows. And so, we're eager to, to watch him do what he does. So wahoo's the name of the game. This is the time of year where everything's showing up, and it's been great. Fortunately, Cap Travis has a boat. He's got a 26 hybrid, and so he can do the inshore and the offshore on that boat at a very affordable rate. So, it's he's got a tower on the boat. He can do it all, so it's a very versatile boat that he runs. And so anybody looking to get out there and do it, he's available, and he takes up to 4 people max. I run my 39 yellowfin. I can take up to 6 people max. But anyone in our fleet is well versed, and they can always, definitely put you on a fish. If you got a big group, we can accommodate you, no matter how many people you have. So 29 boats, and at least 20 of them right out of here Marathon, and so we can definitely easily handle over 100 people if you got a big group. So you just got to pick the right day. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's fun to get, if you have a big group of 10, 12 people, even more, we'll get a couple boats and go out together and try to, they have little tournaments within the tournament, within just fishing with your friends. So that's always a good time to, go out with buddies and do that. So the wahoo thing's cool, man. I'm excited to see him showing up more and start targeting those guys more, and hear how you did back over there in the Bahamas. Hopefully you can make it over there with the weather permitting, but that's a cool fishery over there. So you guys, I'm sure, will have a good time over there.
Oh yeah, we're excited for that, but one thing I do want to touch base, we just we posted it on our Instagram this week, is we do a Black Friday sale. Probably one of the only charter companies that's able to do that. And it's kind of like an introductory rate. We want to get people who maybe haven't had a chance to fish with us, maybe on the budget. But anyhow, you get 2 3/4 day fishings on the Reef and Rex, which would cover wahoo and everything else. And that's only $18.50 for both days. So it's very affordable. It's a deep discount. And, it's just, we limit the sales. So we just cut it off at some point. We're like, all right, we got to stop the bleeding. We can't give away too many of these. So as they come in, we do it. There are a lot of people that actually count on these on this sale, and they're already hitting us up and on the Instagram and the DMs telling us, hey, when are you going to do the sale? When are you going to do the sale? I was like, it's coming. So it's posted. It can be booked. We can always be reached at 305-481-0495, and we'll get you lined up with it. But yeah, definitely save a lot of money. Save over 30%. I think it's like an $850 in savings alone. So
yeah, that's a good amount.
It's big chunk of money there, like that you're saving, But then you get to go out there on a 3/4 day on the Reef and Rex and just have a good time, Now you can buy it. You don't have to use it right away. You don't have to pick the dates right away. But it just secures that price for you. And then whenever you're ready to use it, you just call us back, and then we can apply it to whatever days that you want. If you want to do 1 day, that's great. You want to do 2 in a row, then that's fine. No problem. 1850, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's a good Christmas present or birthday present for someone and your family who likes to fish a lot and come down, and that's always a good time, especially if you can save some money with that. And the weather should be looking pretty good this week too. Looks like a couple of the days should be nice to get out there further and see see maybe for the cobia in the bay, or maybe try to stay on the tuna and the wahoo out front. So that's always nice when you get that 2 or 3 day weather window.
Yeah, well, I tell you one thing, the wahoo aren't going to be able to catch the race boats.
That's true. That is true about that.
The race boats are here. They had the parade. Everything's good to go. Great turnout. They got over 70 boats that are going to be racing. That's going to be on Wednesday, and then also on Friday and Sunday. The weather looks great Wednesday and Friday. Sunday, it's going to be a little sporty. You might see some boats getting airborne on that day, but it is what it is. Those boats like to race, even when it's like that, and they're testing all week. I know, our boats are the safety boats down there, so we provide boats for testing days, and we also provide boats for the race days. And so our boats will have the doctors on board. They'll have the divers on board. So if there is an accident, unfortunately, then we can go in and assist them. But, the boats are well designed and all stuff to, maintain their safety. But, having somebody there right away to pull them out is always great. Those guys run a very safe program down there. And it's a lot of fun, just being a part of it. And, you're always watching the race because they're coming by, over 100 mile an hour, and it's amazing, So, and we have one of our own, racing the Allen Lawn Care boat. That's John Strama. He's actually our full-time mechanic for us. He lives here in Marathon. Actually, my neighbor. So he'll be racing that boat. So we can cheer him on. Of course, the MCon crew. That's Monster. That's our team. So let's go MCon. That's a great a husband and wife who own that team right there. So. Can't say much, can't say too much about them because they're just awesome, man. I got a chance to fish those guys, and Tyler is great, and he does a lot for, his community and just, everybody in general. So everybody that works for him, he's a big contractor, and he definitely pays it forward. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's always fun to get. So if you're in Key West, go down there. You can stop anywhere to go watch it. From shore, it's free to go watch. Now, if you go out to the outer mole, then that you may have to pay a little bit of a cover charge. We will have the 2 Conchs trailer out there. You can get some good 2 Conchs swag all 3 days, and so we'll have a bunch of stuff out there for you to grab. But yeah, it's definitely it's that time of year, man. Everything starts to change. Boat races is like where it's at. Yeah. Boat races come, and that's all where the wahoo and sailfish and tuna start showing up good on them reef edges, and we're excited to see those. So
yeah, it's a fun time. Definitely get out there if you guys can to the boat races if you're in the Keys, and go out there and supporting MCon and have a good time at the races. That's always a lot of fun to kind of talk with the guys and just kind of look at the boats and get out there and have some fun with your friends and everything, and also talk some fishing too about everything coming up. So we definitely look forward to that. That's going to be a good time this whole week, kind of leading up to it, and the weekend, and we'll be fishing as well. So definitely, next week we'll kind of give you an update on this week and try to keep tweaking things and trying new lures and things for you guys, and just give you best fishing report we can.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for watching. We're going to be giving these away, so we'll hit you up. We'll let you know who the winner is. And we appreciate your support. Alrighty, guys. Tight lines.
See you guys.